It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Myers. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Yoder. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Lost to throw again. Got the quick pass. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly.
Auditing for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense has it. They're on the move.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in the game.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David. There he goes. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown time.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Got it in the middle of Allen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to take off. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Allen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Now, fourth down.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat.
29 Philly.
Snap to the back. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And I like it. No hesitation, belief in my offensive unit. 4th and short equals success for me. I want the touchdown now set up on a 1st and goal situation because of good physical play.
The Sun Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, those one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Finds his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pierre. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Hauls it in. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's blown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires it down the seam. He's got it on the outside. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Wants to throw. It's Yoder. Snagged in the middle. It's Meyer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Works the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Myers. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback may change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Wall. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
The Sun Devils are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on third. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about the awareness by this guy? On third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics. And also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
operating in the red zone here on second down.
Let's go.
The running back has it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And that is how you end a drive. That is what you want from your running back. Lower the boom. Lower your shoulders, wrap up that football, fall forward, and get into the end zone. That is how it's done.
And the extra point is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Turning it on. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Back to throw, it's Yoder. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will give him the lead. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Wildcat didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Offense facing fourth down.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Back has it. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Number 11, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Tight end now in motion. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking to throw, it's Yoder. Caught over the middle. It's Pratt. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. But a little time, lets it go. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown time. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
28.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wall. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Let's take over. First and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Completes it in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy completion. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And as a defense, you just went, whoo, we just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage, an opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right through his hands. Little bit of lack of concentration, and that cost him 6 points.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Just keeps slinging it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a man. It's Yoder. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Plows through the defense. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers hitting all the plays, but it's DB.
There he goes! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. After the run, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Sun Devils are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Rush is on him. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. To the air on second down. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes that Alabama offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Bama. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
42, Arizona State, 28.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback adapting. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.